My name is Amaan Kaur and I live in Melbourne from last more than a decade, and I'm basically from India, Punjab, and I work in a finance industry. So I applied, and I think for one job at that time there were like so many numbers of applications, but I was fortunate enough, all the interviews happened virtually. First even like a normal telephone interview, then the actual interview. So I just went to that office once just to pick up my laptop, and that office closed down for good, and everybody was working from home. So whole of my training, which was absolutely new area, was over the phone, was virtually. It was very challenging. It was indeed challenging. Apart from we were already facing the challenges of isolation, anxiety, not going out, not meeting people, and that was another challenge that you have to overcome because that's what you wanted to do. That was your need at that time. So it was very challenging, but we overcame. I personally took it as a rejuvenation for myself, where I started keeping the financial struggle on one side. I started doing meditation, I did yoga, I started reading lots of books at that time, and that motivated me, and that changed the personality and the life perspective as well, and some documentaries on biographies. So I actually diverted my mind towards a different side rather than being sullen, because that was already in your routine because you are not doing what you are supposed to do and manage your life. And yoga and meditation helped me a lot, especially for my dress at that time. And I bought that time for myself and to get ready for the next phase of life. Melbourne being so busy city, and I've never seen dry or just very curfewed streets just on the day of Christmas when people are meeting their families. But this was quite depressing to see for few and many days, nothing on the streets, nobody can visit. It was not congruent to your life, what you were, and what it has just all of a sudden made a toll onto your routines. After that situation where you were most of the time you were staying at home during the lockdown, and when everything is normal now, it's a bit of nerve-wracking, and I find myself a bit more introvert and shy going out and interacting and going to different places. Think twice, and of course mask is part of life, and sanitizing your hands is like, oh, if you haven't done it, something's gonna happen. It's a learning and unlearning type of experience at the moment. Yeah. When I actually got the job during the COVID only, and it was working from home. So for sometimes it was really good for me to stay home because I've never worked from home, and it was quite a comfort. And just during the COVID, and it's a trend, it's trend now to being flexible, work from home and a bit off in the office. Going to office is a bit of excitement, you dress up, you meet people, you go out for lunch. It's like only time that you can go out for lunch and have fun. So that kind of a sense of thought comes when you're going out. So the thing is comfort zone, rejuvenation, we need to balance everything now. I'm fully vaccinated. Thank God I didn't have COVID. I took good precautions. I mean, I always travel I take public transport to travel, and thankful to God, I haven't had COVID yet. I have distance family and friends who had COVID twice, and not very good situation. So I think that also made me more curious and more anxious about it, and I became extraordinarily careful. The more precautions I could take, but you never know what's going to happen next, and COVID has taught us. Overall, it was scary, reason being, if you have no finances, you cannot operate in this world. Your mortgages, your bills, your health, how would you operate? So it was definitely scary. And yes, that part haunted me, so that's how I moved towards meditation and reading. And fortunately, I got an opportunity to work with an organization as a volunteer, where actually we helped people with hot meals who were actually affected by COVID, who didn't have any family members. They were undergoing lots of financial struggles, health issues, depressions, isolations. And can you imagine a person surviving without even a one-day meal, how hard it is? And so that's where I connected the points, and I tried to boost up myself that things can be better, helping each other. And that's a part of a Sikhism as well, sharing and caring. Being it was so related, it was a common motive was there to think about welfare, about each other. So I haven't seen a selfish motive or selfish attitude during this time. Actually, during the COVID, it was everybody was there for each other. That is something has given me lots of happiness for myself, and where I can input something into their life, maybe a very little, but every drop of water makes ocean. So that is something which I will continue doing, either this way or that way. Yeah.